Hello and welcome to RocketlandTV. My name's Jonas Stewart. Thanks for joining me today. So last week we looked at how you can create your own professional quote cards and memes and photo montages to help promote your business in social media. So I hope you got stuck right into that and I hope you had a lot of fun with it. So this week we're going to step things up a notch. As I said, we're going to create your own first little mini film. Yet again, we're going to use free online software and a mid-range smartphone so that anyone can do it. So just like last week, I'm going to be creating this mini film with my wife's food blog in mind. So it's just as easy as what we did last time and the results are just as impressive. So let's get going. The first step is to create a storyboard for your film. So we're about to have a look at the storyboard for my film. I actually got my 8-year-old daughter to draw it for me because it's that easy. So you can download a template for your storyboard for free from this week's blog. I've put that on there for you. It's linked to in the show notes below. So there's a couple of things to point out about my storyboard that are probably pretty good guidelines for yours as well. So it's just going to be a really short film. Okay, you'll notice it tells a story from start to finish. So in this case, how to make a loaf of bread and eat it. It has a title at the start and a call to action at the end. And last but not least, the storyboard itself isn't a work of art. Don't get too caught up in that. In fact, as you can see with mine, it's super rough and that's absolutely fine. So we're pretty much ready to start shooting now. Stick to your storyboard as best as you can. If you want some tips and techniques on composition and lighting, just refer to the episode that I did on smartphone photography. The only thing I'd add to that is if you want to keep your phone quite still for any of the shots, then if you just grab yourself a little mini tripod like this, they're fairly inexpensive, and a little bracket to hold your phone, then that'll help in that kind of situation. So I shot my footage for my little film this afternoon. We're going to be putting it together using Google Photos. So we're going to head over there right now and get started. Okay, so here I am on my phone in Google Photos. It's automatically installed on every Android device, or you can download it for free from the App Store if you're on an iPhone. So you'll need a Google account to use it, but that's free and you probably have one of those already. So you'll need to either sync the photos and videos on your phone or tablet, or choose the files that you wish to use in the film and upload them individually. So I use Google Photos as a backup for all my device media anyway. So every night when I plug my phone into charge, it uploads everything into the cloud so that I've got a cloud-based backup. So I've already synced the footage that I shot this afternoon, as you can see here. So a couple of things before we get started. Firstly, sometimes Google Photos, when you're actually creating a film, doesn't allow you to trim if the clip's already quite short. So you just select a clip like this one here and hit the edit button. And that gives you an option to either rotate, or this shows you where the trim will begin and this shows you where the trim will end. So yeah, let's trim it to there. That'll be great. Hit save. So now that clip will be saved. It won't be saved over the original one. That will still be there. So there's the original one and there's the new one. So you can see that one there is 6 seconds long. That one there is 1 second long. And this one here has the icon in the top right hand corner. As you can see, if I wanted to sync that to my Google Photos account in the cloud, which you have to do before you get to make it into a film. So I'm not going to bother syncing that because I don't need the shortened version of that clip in my film. So what I'd suggest is before you turn this into a film, you put all the clips that you're going to use in that film into a new album. So if you just click and hold like that, and then if you hit the plus in the top right hand corner, it'll give you an option there to create an album from that. So I've already created the album that I want. So I'm going to go into albums. Planified bread baking film. So this album here has all the clips that I need and no clips that I don't want in my film. So I'm going to select them all first. If you just drag down once you're selecting, it will continue to select. Otherwise you can do it one by one, but that can be a bit messy, a bit easy to miss a couple. So you get a pretty good idea of what the film is going to look like. So these bottom two here are the intro and the outro slides. So I made them in Canva using the techniques, etc. that I showed you in the last episode. So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch that because it makes it so much more professional to have a nice little intro and outro slide on your film. So once you've selected them all, click the plus button in the top right hand corner and you get an option. This is the same as what we did to create the album, but this time we're going to select movie. So preparing files, creating movie. This is so easy. You're going to love it. So now basically the film's created. So I'm just going to play that. So this has chosen the music and the filter for the film and how long the clips are and all that stuff automatically. So now we're going to go in and adjust things. So I want to do there's a whole bunch of different filters you can choose here. I'm going to choose 8mm. It's like an old school film kind of look. So it looks quite nice. So the music's a little bit too upbeat for what we want. So my music or theme music, obviously if you're choosing my music, make sure it's music you've got copyright to use. So I'm going to go into upbeat and I think it's festival. Nope. It's ridiculous how easy this is. Okay, so now we're going to go into the edit. So this allows us to actually edit the clips. So the first thing we're going to do is put our intro slide at the start of the film. All right, so there we go. So that's now the film is going to start with that. Okay, so now we're going to go through and like all these short ones at the start, that all looks quite good. This is the one where all the ingredients get added into the bowl. So if you hit the little scissors icon in the middle, that's going to allow you to trim it. So we want all the ingredients up to about half the water going in. We don't need to see all of it. So we've got to see the flour going in. Come on. Okay, so from about there. And then go through. This one's probably a little bit long. You want to keep it really snappy. So really short. So here we just want it just before the bread hits and then just afterwards. So a couple of seconds. I'll keep it nice and short. So this is going to be dumping a bunch of flour onto our dough. Bit of kneading. So we're going to shorten all of these as much as we can. So nice and short. Bit of kneading from this side. Oh, see, it won't let me trim that one. Never mind. Okay. Okay, 2 seconds on that, it's all right. Okay, so going into the bowl, we'll shorten this one just a touch. Knocking it back. Okay. That one there looks like it's supposed to go here. It's an empty bench. Well, calm down, Google. Okay, so moving right along. All the clips look like they're in the right spot. So going into the oven. Coming out of the oven. Looks pretty good. Just keep it really snappy. Okay, and eating some bread. And we're done. That is your Google Mini Film in the bag. Okay, so once you've done that, export video will save it down to your hard disk, so onto your phone or tablet, or if you go onto photos.google.com and you're logged in and you do export, you can do download and we'll save it down to your computer. So you can also share it directly from Google Photos. So I think you'll agree with me, that is the easiest filmmaking exercise of all time. This is just obviously shot on a smartphone and edited on a free app. And we'll watch it now so you can see how good it is, because this is great content. It's really engaging. Your audience is going to love it. You can use the different filters to make it appropriate for your audience, etc. But it is a really good way to make little films. You can knock them out in no time. So now we're going to watch it. So sit back and enjoy it. So that's it in a nutshell. Thank you so much for watching this episode. As usual, I've covered this comprehensively also on the blog, so you can go over there and download a free step-by-step guide on how to create your first little mini promo film, as well as a storyboard template. Now, because last week we looked at quote cards and other still visuals for use on social media, I had quite a few people asking if I can show you guys how to make your own logo so you can watermark all these fabulous assets that you're creating. So that's exactly what we're going to look at doing next week. So if you found this valuable, don't forget to like and share. And if you're watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching it on Facebook, don't forget to click like on the Rocketland Facebook page. So as always, if you've got any questions about this or any other topic that you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments below. And until next time, take care.